Hello, busy bees and butterflies, and welcome to another science experiment. Because today it's Friday, so on Fridays, one Friday we do a science experiment, and the other we do baking. And this week it's another science experiment. Oh, what are we doing today? Oh, we've been talking about recycling, and remember, recycling is when you recycle, you make the earth clean. So, how can we make earth clean with recycling? So, today we'll talk about plastic, and that will actually help us understand how plastic can be harmful for the environment and what we can do as children at home or at school to help the environment safe and clean by recycling plastic. And we'll talk about the benefits of having plastic around us, and that because plastic is very good it's very good for us and makes our life easier. But at the same time, if it's not recycled, it can be very harmful for the environment, and it can make the environment not as clean as we want it to be. So let's talk about plastic. So I have my plastic bottle here. So plastic comes in different shapes, forms, and sizes, and it can come in different colors. So with my plastic bottle here, if I put water in here, it's a good storage for me. So it keeps my water very nice and clean for me, and still it doesn't really spoil anything that is in it, as long as it's not hot, because when plastic goes through heat, it changes its shape. So if I put anything that is quite friendly with plastic, then it's a very good storage for me, and it's very nice to have it with me anytime and any day. And plastic can be very strong. It can be flexible. So when flexible, that means it can be changed. You can bend it anyhow, you can twist it, you can do whatsoever, and still it doesn't break. And plastic can be very soft too. And then another thing about plastic is that it's easy to clean it. So if I put it in a sink and wash it, it's easy to actually wash it, and it's very safe for reusing it. And so because if I use plastic, I just don't throw it. So with my plastic bottle, I don't just throw it away once I have filled it with maybe juice or something, but I can reuse it, and that's why you can wash it and still reuse plastic in a different way. And with plastic bags that you get from the shops, you can still once your mommy has bought in groceries from the store, she can't just throw away the plastic bag, but then she can reuse it by maybe putting it in the bin, and then so that will store some of the garbage that you're throwing away in your house. And so plastic can be reused as well. So that is another thing about plastic. And so how can plastic be harmful for our environment? So when the garbage truck comes at home and takes all the garbage away, so where do you think that garbage goes to? It goes to the landfills. And in the landfills, there is a very giant hole where all the garbage goes in. And so in that garbage, when there is plastic will be the last thing to actually go away, because it takes a very long time to break down and go away. Unlike other materials, unlike wood might take like months to go away. But with plastic, it's actually different. Plastic might take about 1,000. So for this to actually rot and go away, it takes about 5 5,000 years. And that's a very long time for plastic to rot. And that's the one thing that is not nice about plastic. So, and it's not, and throwing away plastic in the garbage, so when it has to rot in the landfills, it's not very nice for the environment. Because remember, when the wind comes and blows the plastic away, it can go down to the oceans, and the animals can feed on plastic. And then, will that be nice for the for the animals in the oceans? No, it's not gonna be nice, and that's not saving the environment. But there is a nice way that there is something that we can do as children at home to help save the environment, and that is by recycling plastic. So instead of just putting everything in the same garbage bin to go away to the landfills, we can actually separate it and sort it out. So if you have your a bin for glasses, for cans, for plastic, then when people that collect plastic for recycling, they can come and collect the plastic that you have sorted out, and they take it to the recycling place where they can actually melt the plastic and make it into another form of plastic. So they can change it and make it into a new plastic container, or into a new plastic bottle, or anything that can be made out of plastic. So they melt it and mold it and make it into a new thing again, instead of throwing it away in the landfill, so that it actually stays there for a very long time, and that doesn't help with saving the environment. But the one way we can save the environment is by sorting it out and taking it to the recycling place, and that way the environment is safe for us, and plastic is then reused, and it's made new again for us to use. And today, because I spoke about how plastic can be molded and shaped into a new different shape, today we will make our own plastic. I will show you one way of making plastic, one way we can do with our experiment to make our own plastic, and that will help you understand how plastic can be molded and how plastic can actually be when plastic is melted, how it can be made into a new form of plastic that you want it to be. So for experiment, all what you need is corn flour, I have water here, so what you need is 2 tablespoons of water. So these 2 tablespoons of water and just 4 droplets of oil. Okay, so I have my glass bowl here, and I just need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and I just need 2 tablespoons of water, and I'll need just 4 droplets of oil. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, and then I will mix it all together. Mix it all together. Mix it until it's all nice and smooth. I think it looks like milk. Hey, so until it's all nice and smooth, keep mixing it. That's all you need for this experiment. Just cornstarch, an oil and water, and I will show you how we're going to make our own kind of plastic. Right, so now it's all nice and mixed all together, and it's just nice and smooth. So now I'll go and put this in the microwave only for 30 seconds. Right.